Hey there, welcome back to another strength tutorial. I'm Coach Harris. Today we're going over one of my favorite row variations, that is the chest supported row. So you're just gonna need a pair of dumbbells and a bench, all right? I will say, you gotta note this, that this is not my favorite bench at all for this exercise. It's gonna be a little bit higher than I'd like. It will still get the job done, but I think any bench that you find in the gym should work, okay? First thing, we want the bench at an incline. I would say go as low as you can while not having the arms interfere with the ground, all right? So my arms are in a good spot now. I'm gonna be rowing like this, okay? The way that I like to set up, a couple options. We're gonna keep the weights right here. And apologies if the audio cuts out at all, I'm moving around a lot, but we're gonna keep the weights right on the bench. We're going to get ourselves here, which I'm gonna walk you through a little more in a second, and pick up the weights and go, all right? If for some reason the way the bench is set up, it's too low down, you can just hold the dumbbells here, kind of get yourself on, right, one at a time and go, okay? So as far as the setup, we're gonna be lying against the bench. This is a great variation to build the back. You're gonna really feel it in the upper back, but it's also gonna minimize, right, the amount of movement in the low back and other areas, which is good. It's good for beginners and for advanced trainees because it fixes you into a solid range of motion. I like to have my chest up above the end of the bench, right? If you're down here, you're kind of falling off. It works, but it just doesn't feel the most comfortable for me. I will go up here, prop the chest up, have my feet stable in the ground, and row. Again, you can have straight legs, but again, this bench is high, so I'm slipping, or you can be here. The idea is to be fixed on the bench, all right? So we're gonna pick up our weights. Notice that I am tempted to fall like this at the bottom. I want you to arch up a little. It's gonna be tough, but it's gonna require some strength. As you row, ever so slightly, get those shoulders back, right? I'm rowing right towards my hips, or a little above. This is the dumbbell chest supported row. Pretty simple. Again, main mistakes I see is people just falling forward here. Make sure you lift and raise as you row. Strong arms, strong back in this position. I will note, for our female trainees, I've had some of my students have issues just because of the breast. It's sometimes not comfortable. So if you have that issue, you can just go to a different variation. That's totally fine. If you don't have that issue, wonderful. You can totally train this. But if it's comfortable, if it's doable, highly recommend. It's gonna fix you in a strong position, and I think it's gonna work out really well for you, all right? That's the chest supported row with dumbbells.